First of all, I want to say thanks for recommending friends to the job. It's a big difference for us. With the money we save. I'm sorry, money I save. So I want to say thanks. But number two, we just love hooking you up with travel and free stuff. And Alexa's got a free knife that she's going to be able to help, close more sales. And we got feeding 3 or 4 of you, all right, La Espadas. So thanks for that. So this is really important to be 100% engaged because I'm going to go through the full presentation. This is going to be our only walkthrough till you meet with customers tonight. Cool. So I know we're towards the tail end of training, but this is where I think why we selected you is going to really come into play. So can I get your best here to finish the last third? We're on the last third of training, actually the last quarter of training. So if you think about sports, we're in the final quarter, fourth quarter, if you're football, fourth quarter, and I need your best. So can I get that yes today? Can I get your verbal participation? Can I get you to sit up straight and have energy? Can I have you to take a lot of notes? Show me that you're engaged, and let's make you a lot of money when you get out of here. Is that cool? Can I get a yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. And I wouldn't mind taking many of you to Cancun with us. We're going to Cancun. You guys know where that is. You know we're going to Cancun. Okay. I can say it. Who said the other day they wanted to go to Mexico?
I think.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. When you said it, I went, and everyone in the back was smiling. So okay. Thanks for recommending all the friends. Espadas. Okay, we're good. What did you end up getting? Like a veggie sub?
I didn't get one.
No. Okay. Well, I'll owe you lunch if you want. There you go. You're like, I'm serious. All right, ready? First of all, I am going to give you your blue book. 30 seconds, my little pitch on this. This is your presentation, so how should you treat this?
Okay.
Yeah, so when your hands are dirty, don't touch and get grease marks because this is the only one we're going to give you that's free. Every time you have to get a new one, I need $5. And just keep the free one, right? So no greasy hands, make it look good. So just to be safe, I pass this around so you guys don't. It's kind of like driving the car off the lot when you buy it and you scratch it when you drive it off the lot. Don't do that. Okay. Everyone's going to get their blue book, and we're going to walk through what comes in the blue book. Okay. Pass this to.
Oh, yes.
Where's them? Joelle, for you, and 2 more down to your right. Okay. Young lady, you, and the 2 next to you.
Oh, I can't
Brian.
my shirt.
Alexa. And Ryan, when you're done, just keep the
Okay.
hand sanitizer there, okay? All right. So take a look at the blue book. Ready? Everyone follow me. Act like you're presenting to me, so hold it towards me. When you open this is part of your money-making machine. Now, the knives are the main money-making, but this helps you visualize with the customers. So I want you to open it, and I want to hear the angels of money singing down to your income in your broke wallets. Ready? Go. That's why you're broke. That's why you're broke. I'm just kidding. Got it? Okay. All seriousness. I want you to have your training manuals out. Go pull this out. And then this. And everything else I want you to clear off your table so it's just 2 things. So make sure it's organized. Put your stuff away in a folder. Okay. And we're going to eventually walk through the full presentation in your training manual. And I don't want you to be distracted with the other pieces of paper. Plus, I'm an OCD neat freak, so that's part of it too. Okay, and we're good. Okay. So the first page, I'm going to walk through the blue book, then we're going to walk through the full presentation. So open it up for yourself. Now remember, when you hold the book, how are you holding it?
Presentation.
Presentation mode, which means towards who?
Them.
Towards them, okay. And we'll practice this in a second. So first page, for now, you can look at it yourself. First page is the faster. You already know your contest level. So if you look, every time you hit a level, just check the box. And who should you show this to?
Them.
The customer, right? And when do we show this to the customer? End or beginning?
The beginning.
Beginning. Why? Because the first step of the sale is to what? Connect and explain why you're working. So far, so good? So this is the fast start. This is the letter of recommendation from our CEO. It's called the President's Club letter. So everyone stay on this with me. Everyone stay on this, okay? Then you have the All-American Scholarship if you're a full-time student. And when you show this, make sure you open it up. In your manual, it says show brochure. Show brochure means really open up the brochure and show them. Okay. and it shows the top 50 students. Remember, this is based on sales, not based on any type of grades or GPA or major. Okay, so put that back in, por favor. Okay. You guys just covered this. What's the green sheet? What's this called? Sponsorship, for when they give you what? 10 or more recommendations. And then once you get 50 sponsors, you get a free piece of Cutco from me worth 150 or more. Cool. Then turn to the next page. This is where you'll share some goals. What do we talk about here? Yeah, history in the company. Step 2. Actually, I'll do this. Watch. Okay. There's the 7 steps to the sale. Okay. Then, what's on this page? What do we talk about here? The problem, which is the junk knives. You got it. Good. Then, what do we talk about here? Our knives, the solution. Okay. And this is where we do our row. We'll keep going through all this. Then this is where we explain which set do we explain here. Not anything big yet. What do we explain? We just showed the homemaker. Why do we start with this one again?
Because you want to just wow them, keep going.
Well, more importantly, why? How come this set? This is the set for people who have to cook. So you start with this one. You can always what? You can always go up. Okay, when you call us. So far, so good. Okay. Then you have the wood blocks. Now, of course, the kitchen tools and shears, you want to get them excited about these two. Why? Because later on, if they get a homemaker, what can you do? You can offer one of these two for free. They can choose one of these 3, actually. So far, so good? Okay, and then what's this for? What's this next page? Yeah, we would compare the different competition, specifically Wusthof and Schön. We learned this yesterday. Okay, and then this is the part where when you sell a homemaker and they say yes, first of all, who remembers? What's the code word when they say yes? They're definitely getting the homemaker. That means Miss Joanne from Lexi's customer base is saying yes to the homemaker, but when she calls us, we're going to try and help upgrade. And so here's the signature. Okay, and the complete. Let's do a quick review. You guys know this. Ready? One more time. Final time, I promise. Ready? Paring knife up in the air. Trimmers for what? Small stuff. Spatulas for sandwiches. Petite carvers, the
Meat.
turning forks for
Serving.
heavy duty knives for what kind of stuff?
Big.
Hard stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Petite chefs, the veggie.
Veggie chopper.
This is the bread knife. This is for holidays and
Barbecue.
how often do you use a table knife?
Every day.
Is there a difference between what the table knife and the steak knife does?
No.
No. What's the only difference?
One's longer.
One's longer and costs more money. You got it. Perfect. Then the signature. This is the homemaker for people who what? Have to cook. What does it mean when you have to
Have
cook?
children.
You have kids. This is the signature for people who like to cook. It means I have to cook, but once a month, what do? I throw a party or throw a dinner. Good. And there's the complete set if I absolutely,
Love it.
or if I buy something, I only buy the absolute best. Good. How many table knives in the homemaker? 8. How many in the signature?
10.
How many in the complete?
12.
Beautiful. What can I do with the table knives and the signature and the complete?
Upgrade.
You can upgrade.
Upgrade it to what?
Steak knife.
To the steak knife. Can I do that with the homemaker?
No.
No. Got it. What? Do the scissors come in? Which sets do the scissors come in?
Signature.
Signature and complete. So really, what's the better set? It's these two.
Yes.
But ready? If they have to cook and they want to just get something basic, we'll get them a homemaker. But really, these are the sets that have either for people who like or love to cook. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So if they get the homemaker, they can choose one of the 3 for the gifts.
And we're going to review one more time, but yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
We're actually going to practice it out loud today.
Okay.
Then, after that, if you need to, and I'm going to review how to do this, if you need to go and they say, oh, now's not a good time or something with buyer's remorse, you'll call us. What's the code word when they say no? They're considering the homemaker. And what we'll do is we'll ask a few questions. If we say, Lexi, just go to the next sale, go to the next step, then you'll go here. So we have something called the galley set. So take a look at the galley set. Okay, make sure everyone's on the same page. The galley set, this is the perfect set for people who have super buyer's remorse, and no matter what you say for the first price, $12.73 for the homemaker, they're going to say no matter what the number is. You guys know what I mean? Like someone who's just, something happened and that's not for me. So this takes away the pressure and it drops the price from 4 digits to 3 digits. So it's $12.73. It drops it down, and I'll fill in all the prices. Okay. This is the homemaker, but we just take out a few tools. Ready? Watch. And it's all in your book. We take out the holiday and barbecue. We take out the hard stuff knife. And that's how you get the galley. And it knocks the price under $1,000. So it makes it really affordable for someone who's not feeling good about the $1,276, $1,273.
What's that price?
Okay. And we're going to cover that in just a second. Okay. Now this comes with either 6 table knives or basic. Okay. Then we have 2 sets called the Essentials and Studio. These are starter sets. The Essentials set is perfect for people. This is like the perfect set for a gift for someone who's single. Right? It's like the bare essentials. Ready? Watch. Air knife, sandwich knife, serving piece, meat, veggie chopper. Good. Now, if you're a mom and dad, you can't use this. You know, you're short. It's like not having all your tools, not having all your makeup tools, not having all your golf clubs. But for someone who's single, this is a perfect set as a gift to get someone who's single. Studio. This is my mom is so awesome that she gets me a set for my college apartment. Because look, air, small stuff, meat, sandwich. That's pretty. You guys see that? That's an easy set. It's a good, nice gift set. Then you turn to the final 3. We have 3 gift sets that actually go into a drawer, not into the wood block. We have the all knife, the space saver, and kitchenette. So it's just a different combination of the knives that go into a drawer. And then we also have a gourmet set, bottom right-hand corner. Let's see the gourmet set, bottom right-hand corner. This has all the big knives of the specialty tools. So take a look. All right. So go to the complete. It's got the big knives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and it's all lumped into that set. Okay. Now, if you go one more page, this is just a review, so you can see every possible tool in the complete set. To your left, you can see it. You can reference it. Over here. So let's say you're closing a sale and you're having an easy time and it's a customer who really likes the product and you're selling one of the laptop sets, no problem. One of the things that's easy to upgrade, if we don't upgrade the set, we also can add on forks and spoons. It's called flatware. People love forks and spoons, okay? And it matches. You go one more, we also have pots and pans. It's all under the same Cutco guarantee. And there's a special, unique system that allows it to cook with less water, less oil, and less heat. There's an advanced training we'll give you, but you have to be at 30-30, and then we'll give you the full-blown training. When you're new, we still let you sell this, but the easiest way to sell it right now is someone really likes the product and they want everything to match, call us, and we'll talk about how you can add these to your sets, okay? If you have a customer where you end up selling a big set, which is the kitchen, it's the signature set, the signature or the complete, and pots and pans, and forks and spoons and accessories. You can stock the whole kitchen with Cutco. Okay, and we can work out a really big deal. You just call us and we'll help you work that deal out. Okay, and then the last part are for gifts, like thank you gifts, birthday gifts, anniversary gifts. Okay, packs of table knives. You guys see that? This is the table knife sets. Okay, over here they can give the accessories as gifts, gadgets. We have a wine opener. You guys already saw the can opener from Luke. Okay. You guys know the entertainment pack from earlier. And these are the different types of cheese knives. Okay. So we're on page 37. That's so good. So far, so good. Okay. Then you go one more here. And we have the hunting tools. You might have a different book. It looks different.
I think we have different books.
Yeah.
I think your book is different than ours.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? It's roughly, some of them are just kind of like the 2.0 version, but it's kind of the same thing. We'll go through. Okay. Let me fix the. Let's see. Okay. So this is the K-bar and the military knives, hunting knives, garden tools, and then these are just gift sets. Okay. Just so you know, it might look different. Like two of you have this version, the rest have a different one. It's all the same thing. It's just kind of like the updated look. Okay. And this stuff you don't have to worry about for right now. So everyone comfortable with the blue book? Okay. Just make sure you take care of it. Make sure it looks nice. Yes, ma'am.
So a question. So what if like someone says that they don't want to buy a set, but they just want to buy like one sporting knife or one pair of scissors or one knife.
We can do that. They
You
usually
can.
don't do that because that's like buying one tire,
Yeah,
right?
true.
I don't want the car. I just want the tire,
Okay,
right?
but
we
you can do it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now maybe they need an extra gift or something. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But when you call us, we'll work through that.
Cool.
Okay. So let's do a quick review. You can actually put the blue books to the side right now. I want to review the 7 steps to a sale. Okay. So really important that we go through, and we're going to go through the presentation with your white training manual. So have that out, please. So one more time, let's review 7 steps to the sale. Ready? What's the first step to the sale? Connect and explain why. So why you're working. And do you even have to open up the book to start chit-chatting with the customer? No, you're just chit-chatting, catching up, and then you talk about your goals. What's this for? What's the red sheet?
How connect?
What's this red sheet for? What are you talking about?
Fast start.
Fast start, okay. What's the white sheet here? President's Club letter. Who's that from? Presidency of the company. Okay, what's this one? Scholarship. All pretty self-explanatory. Good. Let's go to the second step to the sale. I'm sorry. Second step is to do what?
Establish credibility.
Establish credibility of who?
The company.
Of the company. Okay, then you'll talk about the company, where it's made. Third step to the sales to create a problem. And what's the problem? Okay, once we create a problem, we offer a solution. And then solution is our product. And don't forget, we're doing different tutting demonstrations. We cut the penny on the company page. This is where we cut the rope. We also explain the guarantee. Then, after we explain the solution, we want to create a specific need, meaning explain how the tools work. This is where you'll cut food. The big part of the presentation is where you cut leather at the end. Then you talk about storage, and then you build up the free gifts that they don't know is free until later. Okay? Then, step 6 is compare. We take a look, we compare, and then once we compare, we offer the price. This is where we showed the Mercedes compared to what car? Who are we? Yeah, compared to our Ferrari, and then later on we offer the lower Camry price. You guys remember that? Okay, good. And then from there, we offer different options, and this is where you call us and we'll close deals. Pretty straightforward. So what I want to do is I want to go through the presentation directly from your training manual, and I'm going to go through these tips, and we're going to go through every page, and we're going to read the whole thing together out loud. Anyone play sports growing up? Okay, you ever play basketball? You know what suicides are?
Yeah.
Ryan's like, oh god, what are suicides?
Running.
Yeah, what happens if one person's dogging it and doesn't run it?
Everybody has to read it.
Never has to go all over again. We're gonna do the same thing here. Okay, so if someone's not reading, I'll give you a warning, and then if someone continues not to read, we're gonna start all the way at the beginning. Why? Because when you say it out loud, psychologically, who knows what happens?
You remember.
Yeah, you remember it. Okay, and I put the slide up the first day of training, but by saying it out loud, it's role play, and role playing will actively cause you to learn it and retain it, especially tonight, because at 8:30, what do you have? You have your first #1 customer to show the product to. Okay, so let's start here. I'm gonna actually have one reader, and you've been reading already.
Mhm.
Do you mind reading again? Okay, I like when you read. You're like nice and loud here. Let's start at the top,
Okay.
and I'm going to read the four tips for your demo.
Follow the manual, cut a lot of food, have fun, and call the office.
And you guys know this already. One more time. Ready? You have to follow the, cut lots of,
food,
have lots of. Make sure to call the.
office.
You will always sell when you do all 4. And Luke actually does this. He's really straightforward with you. If for some reason it's a 0 on your appointment, he'll go, "Did you follow the manual?" If it's a yes, cool. Did you cut food? Oh, then we know. Okay, Vika, did you cut food? Yeah. Did you follow the manual? Yes, exactly, word for word. Were you having fun? Yeah, well, yeah, I was kind of caught up. Okay, now we know. Check. You do all those 4, it's going to be an awesome sale. So just remember that. We'll go sentence by sentence, Miss Lexi.
Best place for demos is the kitchen. Cooking environment, junk knives handy, no distractions.
Yeah, so remember, don't, not in the den, because what's in the den? The TV, the distractions. The best place is the kitchen, because where will they use these knives? What's the second best place if for some reason the kitchen's not available? Think about it. Ready? Okay. Dining room. Okay, everyone understand that? Dining room. Okay, next one.
Best to show husband and wife together if possible.
Okay, and we know that, right? If you're starting to have issues where, oh, honey, let me talk to my husband. Honey, let me talk to my husband. What is that a telltale sign to start doing?
Getting them together.
Getting them together, okay? Make sure. Or if you get a lot of, now's not a good time, it's just the wife. Who's the worst person to do the presentation for by themselves?
Dad.
The dad. And last week I had a rep says, oh, I'm not selling a lot. Who'd you show it to? The dad, the dad, the dad.
Oh my god.
Gosh. Right? Yeah, but he does the cooking. Oh my gosh, do you not know how households work? How do households work? Who runs the kitchen? Mom. Who runs them? Who usually runs the finances, even if one makes more money? Mom. Who runs the schedule for sure?
Wow.
So show it to mom. Okay, easy. If it ends up just being the dad, and let's say I'm the uncle and your aunt, and the aunt's not home. Honey, you know your auntie's not home. You just want to do it with me for your credit? Say, you know what? I'll reschedule. Get it where it's at least just the mom. We're together. Okay, cool. Continue.
Pennies made after 1983 are softer and easier to cut.
Okay, Luke will teach you this, but if it's a dirtier, older penny, you just have to make sure your technique's a little bit better. But the softer it is, it's just really easy to cut through. And we'll teach you both how to cut straight in half and how to cut the corkscrew.
Customers should do all food cutting and cut rope and leather. You cut penny.
Yeah, of course. How come you want to cut the penny? That's important. Yeah, there's a technique, and it's for safety. Okay. How come they cut the rope and leather? Yeah, and of course, who cuts the food? They do. Okay. They want to test drive the car. This is their test drive. Okay. When you cut rope and leather, that's like taking a test drive in the parking lot around the dealership. When you cut food, it's like taking on 95. What do you do when you get to 95?
Speed.
You go. And that's what happens when you cut food. So you need to do both. Okay, great. Continue.
It's okay to bring food to the demo as well as asking your customer for food, such as tomatoes or grapes, carrots, cucumbers, pineapple, apples, oranges, bread or bagel.
Okay. What's really great about the first 5 to 10 appointments, you know these people, so you can just ask them to pull something from the fridge to cut. But it does make sense. I think Lexa, you were pulling some food with you. You brought food like a carrot. Okay.
Cut.
So I think it's really important, and I think it's a good idea. The top 3 things I would tell you to bring. Okay. And I know I said something different yesterday. First of all, cutting bread with the petite carver, when you go back and forth, is money, because when you use normal knives, you squash the bread. But when you use our knife, you can show the double the edge goes right through. Okay. Number 2 is grapes. Maybe you can circle these on the page. Bread, grapes, and you can add in any round fruit, which would be apples, oranges, lemons. Okay, those are the top 3. Also, they're cheap. And then I'll put a little close 4th, carrots. What do you use? Shredder, also known as the peeler. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So far, so good. Thumbs up if you're with me. Good. All right, good. Keep going, Lexi.
Stay in control of your blue book. Flip the pages for your customer. Keep 2 hands in your blue book when you're not handling products.
Okay, so let's say the customer's here at the kitchen table. Do we want to be next to them, across the table? Which one? What do you think?
Across.
Who says next to them? Who says it all the way across?
I
Okay,
would
well,
say
watch
like-
this. Which one? Right next to them.
Yeah, but
Okay.
what if it's like next to, as if like they're sitting like that next to you?
It's weird because they're not reading with you.
Yeah. So you okay?
You want it in between, essentially.
Yeah.
You want to be on the corner of the table next to
Yeah.
them. This is next to them versus across.
Yeah.
Okay. So far, so good? Because you want to present like this. And when you have your training manual, like this, and you want to control your blue book, you're not giving your blue book ever to your customer. Okay. It's Mrs. Jones. Great. And you go through, and what do you point with?
The pen.
Pen. Make sure the pen's closed, right? Okay. So a lot of this. When you're newer, more down than looking up. Right? Then when you get better, you see the difference? But it's okay because there's a specific line that says, I'm new, so it's okay is it okay if I read my manual? So they know it's okay for you to be reading. So just keep that in mind. Okay? Good. Next one, please. Keep.
Keep your sample kit closed and pull out items as demo progresses.
Anyone know why it's important not to pull all the knives, lay them out, and start talking?
Make it fall out of attention.
distracted.
Yeah. All right, especially dad. Ooh, what's that?
Mhm.
Okay? When it's time to talk about it, then you pull that respective knife out. Okay, beautiful. Remember, the kit that you have doesn't have all the knives. It has the key ones to do the demonstration. The rest you'll just print to the picture, or if it's a virtual, you just show the video, and then Luke will cover that. Okay, continue, please.
If customer asks for prices during your demo, respond with, Mrs. Jones, I know you are excited. I promise I will cover all of the prices at the end of the demo.
Yeah, and who remembers from the 7 steps why we don't cover the price if they interrupt
Below
you?
the sale.
It's going to mess the steps up for the sale, right? Now, remember, is it bad or is it good when they ask that question?
Good.
Good.
It's good. What does it?
They're
What does it show?
intrigued. They're
It shows interest. They're intrigued. Exactly. The way I always say it, oh, Miss Vika, you know what? That's a great question. I'm going to cover that later, but I need to go through the full presentation before I can give the price. That's how it works. Ready? Or that's how my training works. You know, put it on me. That's how my boss wants us to do it. Cool? All right, last one.
Always use your cutting board and clean up in the sink before you leave.
Yeah, always clean up. And the best time, you want to guess when the best time to clean up is? While they're writing down what? Recommendations. Yeah, writing down recommendations. After you fill out the order form and type it in the computer or your cell phone, then you can clean up the knives. Make sure your knives look really good when you pull them up for the next presentation. Okay, at the bottom, real quick, I want to talk about customers who already own the product. Raise your hand if you called someone and you didn't know it, but they had Cutco. Yeah, awesome. And even if they said, oh, honey, we have everything, that's an awesome, I'm telling you, that's an awesome presentation because they haven't either A, seen all the products that are newer, or B, maybe they didn't get a good presentation from the person who showed it to them last time, and they usually get more or upgrade. Okay, that was my mom. My mom only had one knife, Cutco. She said, oh, it's okay, it's fine. I don't know who sold her Cutco. When I showed it to her, she got the homemaker. Now, of course, part of that, yeah, she was number one, okay? The other part is every time she's seen another presentation, she gets more and more excited. So whatever the customer says, if they have Cutco, it's an awesome presentation. But it's a different type of presentation if they already have a set. But let's review that. Everyone take a look at the bottom. And Miss Lexi, if you say, if your customer, please.
If your customer already owns Cutco,
Number one.
do a full presentation. It's great practice. Many customers forget the important details.
Okay, we just said that. Number two.
Ask for a customer testimonial for Blue Book.
Okay, what does that mean? You want to ask them to write down what?
How they do.
Yeah, how they like it, how much they like the product and why. And you can just say, Mr. Jones, these are the things. What do you like most about the product? Okay, would you mind writing a quick letter? And where do you think you want to show that letter?
At your next presentation.
To your next presentations, absolutely. Yeah, in fact, I always like to put it later on. Once I have it, I'll put it in the little plastic sheet, and I have hundreds of them here if you want. So don't buy it. Just let me give it to you for free. Okay, and you put them right next to the company page. When you talk about how long we've been around, and you'll have a bunch of letters here that you can show to the customer of people who've enjoyed the product for a long time. So far, so good. Okay, keep going.
Test the Cutco on rope and leather to determine if sharpening is needed.
Okay, so what you'll do, remember, some people might have had their Cutco for 7 to 10 plus years. So what might happen?
Oh,
It might be a little less sharp, a little dull. So they need servicing. This is really important. Now I need everyone's eyes. Ready? You do not take their knives from them to service them because that's not your job. We have what's called Cutco sales professionals that do that. They do this for a living. They're not college students. So if they have an issue and the knife's not as sharp, then you simply give them the details of the guarantee on how to contact the customer, okay? And you don't have to flip, I'll just show you. The bottom of the guarantee is the address, phone number, and website. So far, so good? Okay, easy. Next one.
Cutco owners love upgrading to sets, adding accessories, and buying gifts.
Absolutely. One right before that, please.
Closing process. Use page 13, closing for Cutco owners.
Okay.
And create a Cutco wish list.
Okay, so ready? What's the first set that we offer a price to in front of the customer? Like, what's the set we actually give them the price for? The homemaker. What's the price? Remember it?
$12.73.
$12.73. Turn to page 9 real quick. 9. This is your closing. Right, this is where you present the price and close the sale. At the top of page 8, very, very top of page 8, Miss Lexi, when you're ready, can you read out loud what it says at the top of page 8?
Mrs. Jones,
No, the very, very, very top, if customer.
If customer already owns a Cutco set, turn to page 13 for closing with Cutco owners.
Okay. So when you are doing a presentation, let's say Uncle Chris and Aunt Sydney already own Cutco. Okay, Mrs. Jones, I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I'm going to do the full presentation for my training. Okay, so thanks for being patient. And you do the full presentation.
Okay.
Okay. But when you get to this page, you don't do page 8 and 9. What do?
13.
So you go to page 13. So let's go to page 13. And see what it says at the top? It says it really bold so you can't miss it. Miss Lexi, what does it say? You can't miss it.
Call office.
Call the office. Okay. So all you'll say is, Mrs. Jones, okay, great. When you get to page 8. Okay, actually, Mrs. Jones, this is where I'm supposed to call the office. Call the office. Hey, Luke, I'm actually with the customer. They already have a set of Cutco, and I'm on page 13. That's all you said. Okay, Luke will say, all right, Lexi, go ahead. Do page 13 and create a Cutco wish list and call me back. And this is what you'll read to them. Does everyone understand that? So call us first. Lexi, what do you say once you get off the phone with Luke? Mrs. Jones.
Mrs. Jones, since you already own Cutco, it doesn't make sense to buy a full set. Most Cutco owners either upgrade to their favorite set or pick out a few pieces to supplement what they already own. Either way, if you decide to add more Cutco to your collection, I'll be able to give you the best deal possible. We're going to start by making your wish lists. These aren't necessarily things you're going to buy today, but as your rep, I'll be able to keep track of what you like for future reference. Basically, if Cutco were free, what would you add to your set?
Okay. And notice there's a key part that you don't read it, but it's up there. It says, have the customer take out every piece of Cutco they already own. Why?
So they can see the inventory.
Okay, you see the inventory and ready? You'll see this a lot. Oh, Sydney, we have the whole set. And they have like 6 tools.
Yeah.
Oh, we have everything. They have like 10 tools. That's not 10 tools. The complete set. If you have the whole thing, you have that. And there's also still what you can add on top. Accessories, forks, spoons, pots, and pans. Okay, so make sure you do inventory. And then you just make a list in your notebook of all the things they have. And then right here, when you write down, call office back, or call back office. Right here. Call the office back. Write down, call the office back and circle it. So it's ready. Call before you give the wish list. Let Luke know that you're about to do a wish list because the customer has a set. Make the wish list, call us back, and we will work and we'll deal with you. And it's so funny. The other day we had a student. The customer said, oh, you know, I already have all the Cutco I need. They didn't have a wood block. They had 7, 8 random tools. So we got them a wood block to put everything into. We upgraded them to a complete set, and they got pots and pans. It was a $2,000 order. And they said, we don't need anything. Right? So just remember, they don't know what deals they can get until we present it. So that's really important. Okay, everyone understand what Cutco owners? That's if they have one of these sets already, or any set with wood block. Cool. All right, now the fun part. Turn all the way back to page 1. Okay, so we're going to practice. I want you to go ahead and put the blue book in front of you like you're presenting to me, and then have your training manual in front of you so you can read it. So act as if you're presenting to me. That's like, yeah. And you'll have your book down first. When you start, you actually don't even have to hold your blue book. It's down in front of you. So when you start, take a look at the top of page 1. Okay, so what's the first step to the sale, everyone? Connect and explain why. Okay, so this is where we're going to read. We're doing suicides now. So you're going to read out loud all together. If someone's not reading, we're going to start all the way over. Even if we're on page 8, we're going to go back to page 1. And you don't want to be that person everyone's going to be mad at. Okay, so at the top, remember the first step, everyone, all together. What's the first step to the 7 steps of the sale? To connect and explain why you're working. Okay, ready? At the top, you'll find something to compliment, get to know them, ask a lot of questions. So what are the things that you can read about and talk about? Plants, pets, photos, flags, profession, and people. Okay. You don't necessarily have to read it like that. Okay. What's the star mean? See the star? Did you start where it says thank you so much? That's where you start. Okay. So this is the part where you're presenting. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start here. Ready? All together. Out loud. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for taking time to see my presentation. It really means a lot. Do you need a blue book to do that? Thank you so much. No, just thank you so much for taking the time to see my presentation. It really means a lot. Okay, next step. Ready? Go ahead. Let me tell you a little bit about me. And what are we going to talk about here? Yeah, let's chat. Okay, so let's pretend we go through that. Then you say, Mrs. Jones. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Jones, do you mind if I share some goals with you? Okay, and continue. I'm working with Cutco because, what are we talking about here? Yeah, skills, experience, major, school, future opportunity. Then, what's the next thing? Okay, so what do you have to show, though?
The red page.
All right, here we go. Then you go like this, and you start. So practice putting the blue book in front of your training manual. So here's your training manual behind, so they don't see what you're reading. Okay, so you can do it one of 2 ways. Like me, which I call this the shield, or you can do what Lexi's doing. The side. That's okay too. I like this because it's just straight on. Up to you. Got it? Okay. So out loud. 3, 2, 1. I'm in a huge contest for my first 10 days. It's called my Fast Start Contest. And then you explain all the different levels. I'll let you do that on your own. Okay, and you say, this is what happens. And you talk about the more you sell. And those of you that are excited about a 10K or 15K Fast Start, talk about those levels and talk about why you're excited for it. Mrs. Jones, my manager's name is Jeff. He's going to take me and anyone else who hits this level out to this really awesome, epic dinner down in downtown Miami. And I can't wait to get time. And also all the big dogs in the company are going to be there. So it's going to be a chance for me to network. I'm really excited to make a name for myself. Also, it gives me 4 or 5 promotions commission-wise if I get that in my first 10 days. So far, so good? Okay. Next one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Through Cutco, I can earn a President's Club letter, which will look great on my resume. And I explain that it's from the CEO. Continue. I also have a chance to win an All-American scholarship to help with school. And what would you do normally?
Open it up and
Okay,
show them.
we'll skip that part. Okay, and then last part. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Jones, since I just started, I'm going to read from my manual. Is that okay? Oh, sure, honey, no problem. Go ahead. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Like I said on the phone.
You don't have to get anything, but if you see something you like, you can get it today. Not only would you be getting a great product, you'd be helping me out too. Cutco is awesome.
Stop for a second. Underline awesome. Remember, it's not what you say, it's
How you say.
yeah. Cutco is awesome. Why? Because what do they need to feel from your voice? That you're excited and you believe in this stuff. Okay, one more time. Ready? Cutco is awesome. Keep going. You can buy
sets or pieces, and we have tons of accessories and gifts.
Keep going.
We also have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. Just so I know, do you cook because you have to, like to, or love to? Great.
You're going to love
Cutco.
Beautiful. Okay. Next page. Second step to the sale. First we connect and explain why. Third step is to establish what? Credibility. One more time all together. Establish what? Credibility. So turn here. Okay. And it's okay to look down and see where you're at and then put it back up like that. Right? It's okay to go like this and then go like that. Okay. All together and ready? 2 of you went reading. My first warning. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Before we begin,
we're going to take your favorite serrated edge knife, straight edge knife, and a steak knife. We'll also need a shiny penny, as well as food to cut up and snack on.
and if you brought food, this is where you just lay it on the table. Okay? Continue. 3, 2, 1.
Today I'll tell you why Cutco is the top selling Korean brand in the U.S.
And then we'll take a look at our product line.
And then review prices and specials at the end.
Mrs. Jones, I
I
only
work through referrals, so I hope you like me and Cutco enough to tell some friends about me.
Okay, continue. Let me.
Let me tell you a little bit about our company.
And then you'll point where?
Here.
Here. Okay. Ready? And we'll go since 1949. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Since 1949, all Cutco knives have been made in the United States in our factory in Olean, New
All right,
York.
one more time. Olean.
Olean.
After Olean.
Olean.
You got it. Keep going. We sell.
We
Go.
sell over $2 million worth of Cutco annually, and I have over 16 million customers.
And you may have seen us on TV on shows like Modern Marvels and Made in America. Keep going.
It's
Only one of the products you can buy once and use every day and never replace.
Cutco is a proud producer of many K-bar knives.
Stop. Ready? After me. K-bar.
K-bar.
One more. K-bar.
K-bar.
Ready? Used by 1, 2, 3. Used by both military and law enforcement agents. Keep going.
Cutco is involved with many local and national charities.
Okay, so first is good. Now we're going to catch their attention. Okay, so to start off, 3, 2, 1. To start
Now
off.
I'd like to show you 2 products that demonstrate the quality of Cutco.
Okay. Pull out the shears. Ready? Continue. Ready? Everyone loves our shears. And then you cut the penny. Let me show you this, Mr. Joel. Watch this. Isn't that great? Then you take it apart and you hand it to him. Okay, so we're demonstrating. Next sentence, the high carbon. 3, 2, 1.
The high carbon stainless steel makes them good for everything in the kitchen, as well as indoor and outdoor products. They are dish safer, safe, and come apart easily.
Okay, and we're going to do that whole sentence again. We're not starting over in unison. 3, 2, 1. The
The
high carbon.
stainless steel makes them good for everything in the kitchen, as well as indoor and outdoor projects. They are dishwasher safe and come apart for easy cleaning.
Okay, next thing I want to show you, Mrs. Jones, is our Veggie peeler. 3, 2, 1. You gotta try out this peeler. And then you'll peel. You have a carrot's the best thing. Second best thing is a cucumber. And third is a potato. Just potato. Oh, make it good. Okay. And we'll do it peels. 3, 2, 1.
It peels in both directions. All of our gadgets and accessories are guaranteed forever and dishwasher safe. A lot of customers end up getting one of these 2 items for free. I'll show you how later.
Okay, and then let me show you where we got the idea for Cutco. Okay, so turn to page 3. So remember, now we established the credibility. Third step of the sale is to create a problem. Turn to page 3.
When we're reading about Cutco, should we be pointing to different things in the page?
Yeah. Well, when you're new, you can just go like this and just read.
Okay.
Okay. When you're new, when you get
I
more,
don't know what this says.
yeah, I'm not even making it complicated. When you get after your first 10 days, you'll do this. Mrs. Jones. For now, this is the page I'm on. I'm just gonna read.
Dope.
Turn the page. Okay, got it. Okay, so turn the page here. Now we're gonna create a problem. Start at the top. Mrs. Jones. 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Jones. Most people
have the world's most expensive set of knives.
And you say, can you point here? Take a look. Okay. The average knife set. 3, 2, 1.
The average knife set is designed to last 2 years, so most households waste a ton of money replacing cheap knives over and over.
Let me show you this on paper.
Okay, stop real quick. And why do we have to show it on paper?
So they can see
The
it.
number's going down.
So it's visual, and the number's going to go down. In this case, it's going to go up. Later, it's going to go down.
Oh.
So this is your notebook. If you have a small, cutesy, pootsy, tiny one, like several of you, which it's very cute, don't use that for this part. That's just for your notes. I mean, I want full 8.5 by 11. So if you need some extra paper, or you can pick up a notebook, because when you draw, you want it to be big. Why?
Emphasis.
Emphasis, yeah. So for example, you have a pen. Let me see your notebook.
It's small.
Oh, it's cute.
Okay.
This is good for your notes. This is good for you when you're taking notes. But when you're presenting for customers, full 8.5 by 11, and pretend this is the sheet, and I want you to see the math. Ready? Follow along. It says, Mrs. Jones, you probably know this better than I do, but cheap knives have a lot of problems. They cost a lot of money over time, and the average stuck knife equals about $10. Then you draw it out. Now, when you draw it out, when you're done all the math, what should you do?
Give it to them.
Slide it and show it to them. Okay, so it's about $10. Okay, let's read the next part. We'll get it all together. Ready? Average of 8. 1, 2, 3. Average of 8 knives in a set equals $80 per set. So you go like this. Per set. So far, so good? Okay, the next one, replace. 3, 2, 1. Replaced every 2 years for 4 years is 20 replacements, which is $1,600. And I always do this. Okay, so somewhere on your sheet, on your paper, I usually like to write up here. Just make sure you know what you're supposed to write and what the math's supposed to look like. So if you want to do a little picture of this on the top, I'll do a little picture of this to remind you. If you want to put an arrow, you can too. Like this, from the paragraph up to the corner of the page. Okay, so far so good. And then the last part, it says they are unsanitary, unsafe, and unenjoyable. Okay, so then we're gonna go into the handles. So if you feel confident, point to the knife you're talking about. If you don't, just hold your pen here like you're pointing and just read. So far so good? Okay, we'll start at the top. It says there are 2 types of handles. 3, 2, 1. There are 3 types of handles. Wood handles.
Are attractive,
But they are extremely unsanitary.
What kind of face do you make?
Ew.
Yeah, good. Keep going.
They absorb
liquids,
bacteria, grease, and germs, and retain odors. In several states, restaurants don't use wooden handles because of sanitation concerns.
Okay, keep going.
Plastic handles are usually cheaply constructed so they melt, chip, crack, and break. Wow.
They're slippery when wet, which is extremely dangerous when cutting.
And you make that extreme, like really dangerous when cutting. See the concerned face? Okay, good. Continue. Common knives. 3, 2, 1.
Common knives are constructed very poorly. Most knives have partial tang with less steel, making them weak and unbalanced so they break easily.
And then this is the part where you'll show them a demonstration to explain the tang. What do you do?
As far as
show
my
the,
hand.
you show the pen,
Oh, the pen.
right? So let's say Miss Lexi's my customer. How would it go? Miss Lexi, you might borrow your hand real quick? So you take a look. This pen would be like the blade of the handle. So if it's halfway through your hand, close your hand. You can feel it pushes pressure down into your hand. That's what happens with a partial tang, and eventually it pops out really easily. And if you put it all the way through, there's no more pressure, and that's not going to come out. That's the difference between a partial and a full tang. You guys see that? So use the visual. Make sure somewhere in your page right there, you write down show the pen. Yes, ma'am.
Every time you give like an example, you have to put it down.
I do, yeah. Every time you're going to either hand them a knife or use the pen, I would say, Mrs. Jones, actually, let me show you something, and then pick it back up. Good. Okay, good question. All right. So far, so good? Yes, ma'am.
So when the blade is halfway, it has more pressure, which causes it to break? Is that what you say?
Yeah, so for example, maybe I apologize if it wasn't clear yesterday. So if it's a partial tang, this blade is stopping right here.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking what words. I don't want to just sound I'm not used to that word.
It puts pressure in the middle, which causes it to break faster.
Okay.
Okay, and already just go like this, and eventually it's going to pop out of their hand. Beautiful. Next section, ready? Most rivets. 3, 2, 1.
Most rivets are made of brass, which expands, contracts, and loosens, creating unsanitary gaps.
Okay, 2 of you are reading. That's my warning for this page. Okay. Now, what are the rivets?
The nails.
The nails, right? The little screws or nails down here. Okay, and sometimes you'll see those green and brown rings. That's food that got caught. Miss, see my face? That's food that got caught on the rivet, and it just grows mold. It's really gross. So the whole goal is for them to be grossed out with that wooden handle knife. Okay? Good. There are 2 types of steel. 3, 2, 1. There are 2 types of steel.
Carbon steel is strong, but it rusts and corrodes, which is unattractive and unsanitary.
You can see the rust. It's gross right here. Okay? Next one, stainless steel. 3, 2, 1.
Stainless steel looks good, but it's soft metal, so it won't stay sharp, and it's difficult to sharpen.
Okay? And you guys have seen that one. That's the one in the middle here. Last one, have some. 3, 2, 1.
Have some of your knives gone dull over the years, Mr. Jones?
Now that's a question, so you should wait for an
answer.
Beautiful. Keep going. There are 2 types. 3, 2, 1.
There are 2 types of edges. Straight edges rip and tear your food and cannot be resharpened.
So take a look here. See the little teeth that rip and tear? It's the middle knife. Okay, rips and tears the food. Next one, straight edges. 3, 2, 1.
Straight edges make a smooth cut, but they have to be sharpened to remain effective.
Good. Last part, the hard cutting. 3, 2, 1.
The hard cutting surface dulls the knife, not the food. Both of these edges directly contact the cutting board, dulling them quickly. A dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife because you have to push harder.
Okay, so far so good. So what's the point of this page? To create a problem. Good. Now, you might have customers. Most customers have these knives. Raise your hand if at home you open up the drawer and your knife drawer looks kind of like this. Just like a orphanage of knives.
Yeah.
Mix and match from one set. Okay. Those are easy to explain. But you'll also see some customers who are smarter either with their money, or they understand value and quality, or they received them as gifts, and they might have Wusthof or Schön or Henkel's, meaning they have Mercedes, BMW, or Lexus. That doesn't mean, oh no, we're not going to sell them a Ferrari. In fact, those are actually easier to sell Ferraris to. Why? Like in the car world, they enjoy quality. Yeah, they know that. So ready? At the bottom is what happens if the customer does have some of these nicer, finer sets of knives. Okay, at the bottom it says if the customer has one of these 3 high quality brands, Wusthof, Henkel's, and Schön, you'll read the following. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Jones, some customers
like yourself know that you get what you pay for. Now, even the best knives sold in stores have some common complaints.
Number 1.
They need to be sharpened regularly.
Number
They
2.
must be hand washed, not made to be put in the dishwasher.
Number 3.
They need to be replaced every 7 to 10 years.
Finish it up. Now let me show you
why so many people choose to invest in a set of cut cutters.
Beautiful. Ready? Turn to page 4. Now that we've created the problem, we're going to offer a solution. This is where we're going to show them Thru for the first time, cut the rope to wow them again, and then give them the guarantee. Okay, so at the top, Mrs. Jones, there are 5. 3, 2, 1.
There are 5 features that make Thru the world's finest set of cutlery.
And then you'll reach into your bag and you pull out the meat knife, the petite carver. Look at this one, nice and shiny. And you don't hand it to them. What do you do? So what do I do?
Present it.
Okay, so Mrs. Jones or Miss Lexi, there you go. Okay, 2 hands. Okay, good. And then you'll, as they're holding it, then you'll read. So at the top, we'll start with the first feature. 3, 2, 1.
The first feature is our universal wedge lock handle, which fits any hand size.
Together, the universal
design locks your hand into place, increasing control and safety while reducing fatigue. This makes Cutco more expensive, but it's worth it because it's comfortable and safe.
And as they're holding it, you can just point to the handle. Okay. Number 2, 3, 2, 1.
The second feature is our thermal resin handle, which will never chip or crack. It's an expensive material to use, but it's worth it because it's dishwasher safe and sanitary.
And then you'll keep pointing here. Third one, 3, 2, 1.
The third feature is our full tank construction. Using that extra steel is more expensive, but it's worth it because it creates strength and balance.
Okay.
3
nickel silver rivets
Rivets
are
are
flush
flush with handle, making it stronger and sanitary.
I know, I interrupted you. Sorry about that. Okay, so the 3 nickel silver rivets are here. You point here to the fourth one. 3, 2, 1. The fourth feature
is our very high grade steel.
And what's the grade of the steel?
high.
What's the number grade of the steel? 440A. Okay, how do you know that?
There's 3 of you leaving early, and I know you're leaving soon. You guys should come back with me. I'm gonna fill it. I'm gonna do like an expedited version and then send you some videos. Okay? Like,
Yeah.
You bring all your stuff.
Okay, good. So we'll continue. Let's compare. The 5th feature. 3, 2. Oh no, we didn't finish the steel. The grade of the steel, eyes up here, they're leaving. The grade of the steel is 440A. That's the measurement of the steel. Okay? I said this yesterday. The highest grade steel in any of our competitors is at most 420A steel. Ours is 440 because it's the better steel. So just so you're familiar. Okay? We'll continue with this steel. 3, 2, 1.
This steel is
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
This steel is expensive to use, but it's worth it because it has the best of both worlds.
Keep going.
It has a high carbon for edge retention, and it's stainless for beauty, making it sanitary and sharp.
And remember, as they're holding the knife, you're pointing to the picture. Okay? Now, one advanced tip if you want, if they put the knife down while you're explaining, well then instead of pointing to the picture for that feature, pick it up and point here. Okay? And then you give it right back to them. You remember that, right? You give it right back to them. Okay? Now, we're going to do the rope test. We'll do, let's compare. Oh, the 5th feature. 3, 2, 1.
Let's compare how the different types of.
The 5th feature. 3, 2, 1.
The 5th feature is our most famous. It's our exclusive Stay Sharp Double D Edge.
I'm sorry. That was my bad. That one was my bad. Sorry. Okay, let's compare how the different types of edges work. Then you take the cutting board out. Read the first one. We cut rope. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
We cut rope because it's tough like vegetable and meats, but it will not hurt your knife's edge.
Keep going.
And remember, Cutco is sharp, so be careful.
So the directions are below. Look right below that. It says, hold the rope with both hands, start with the back of the blade, pull one long stroke, then go back and forth. You start with they're serrated, they're straight, and you always end with what knife? Cutco knife, okay? So let me just give you a brief, like kind of an abbreviated version of this. So they have straight and they have serrated. And let's say,
So if you ask them, they'll know which knives they're at?
yeah, and remember, they already brought this out to start. This is from the beginning. It's already out in the beginning. Mrs. Jones, before we start the presentation, I need you to grab a few things. This is from page 1, okay? So you take their serrated edge knife first, and you hand it to them. Notice, when I give them their knives, I hand them their knives. I always present our knives.
Mm-hmm.
I hand them the lower quality. I always present the higher quality. You guys see that? So I hand them the serrated edge. And what's really important, keys to cutting. Number 1, see this piece of rope? They're cut. They look like they're cut short. It's perfect. This piece of rope should be 3 cuts. Remember, eyes up here? 3 cuts. Okay, start from the side, not the middle. So it's 1, 2, and 3 cuts. Okay. Also, I always like to twist it, right? And here's why. When you twist it, Rika, we squeeze the rope, and then when I twist it, I want you to tell me what you feel when I say go. Just hold it lightly. When I twist it, what do you feel? Just squeeze slightly. Okay, ready? Happens.
It tightens.
It tightens. It makes it harder, which means it's easier to cut through. But remember, don't just turn it for our knives and not theirs. It's kind of cheating. So make sure you twist for the straight edge, twist for the serrated, and then of course you twist for Cutco. Okay? Start with the end, and then go each through. Then, real quick, actually, can you come around here, Sydney? I want to show you. How do you make sure that it's safe and it's effective? Because two things need to happen. Two things you want to make sure. Safe. Okay, cool. Safe because you don't want anyone to get cut. And it's really easy to be safe. Number two, you want to make sure they're doing the right type of test. Because if you don't, watch this, if you don't show them how to cut right, this is what they do. They'll go, oh my name's terrible. Oh, that's even worse, honey. Then they'll take Cutco and do what? The same thing. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's not impressive. What's impressive is when they do this. What's impressive is when they go, whoa, is 1. Okay, so you want to make sure when you're doing the cutting test, let's pretend she's sitting. I can pull the chair up. Perfect. Okay, watch the wires. There you go. Okay, Miss Sydney, you ready? So we're going to do a little demonstration, and I'm going to give you this. I'm going to hand you, not present, I'm going to hand you your straight edge knife.
Okay.
And the goal of this test is I'm going to have you start from the back of the knife. And watch, I'm demonstrating. I want you to start from the back of the knife, and you pull through once. If it doesn't go through, you go back and forth, and we're going to do long strokes for the demonstration, okay? So let's see what I did. I explained. You're going to go through once. If not, go back and forth, and I'm going to count out loud. Okay. Second thing, for safety, I'm going to grab her hand and guide. Okay, so okay, I'm going to hold this real quick. So watch. Now I'm in control. She can't do anything if I don't want her to. So you say, okay, Mrs. Jones, I'm going to take your hand. I'm just going to guide you, okay? And I'm going to make sure she starts here. Because if I don't do that, she's just going to put it wherever and do whatever. Okay, so Mrs. Jones, ready? Start here. Okay, don't go yet, okay? When I say go, I'm going to twist it. When I say go, I'm going to push hard and try once. If not, go back and forth, but long strokes, we'll count. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, long. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, see my face? No, it's on my face, right? Watch.
I'm just weak.
I saw it.
Watch. Ready? And slow strokes. Ready, go ahead. 1, 2, back and forth, 3, 4, 5. Watch my face is saying what? They're terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Stop.
I'm so weak.
And sometimes if it doesn't get through at all, you go, okay, stop. You get the point. That's the best presentation. Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll do straight edge. Okay. Same exact thing. Okay. Notice I'm guiding. It's safer for her and me, so that way there's no finger.
Yeah.
Okay. Just start from the back and then wait till I twist. Okay. When I say go. Ready? Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Now look at the cuts. A lot smoother. That's a straight edge versus you saw what happened with the serrated edge. Okay. Now, ready? I'm doing. Now, let's go.
You're excited.
Yeah, check this out. Ready? Same thing, but you push hard. And when I say go, I'm gonna start from the back. Push down. Go ahead. Yeah. Look at that. You notice that? Look at that.
Lit.
Isn't that great? Yeah, it is lit, Mrs. Jones. And I think we agree that it's lit. Yes. Okay. Sounds good. So you're guiding, and it's a little extra work, but look what happened. Now they see 1 stroke. Got it? Okay. So after they cut through the rope, now we have to explain what happened. So take a look at the bottom bullets where it says, unlike a serrated edge. All together. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Unlike a serrated edge, Cutco's double D edge has 3 straight edges that smoothly cut forward, backward, and straight down.
Okay, stop, and you point here. See the picture? Okay. So like this. Okay, and you'll keep going. The points protect. 3, 2, 1.
The points protect the recessed edges from doling on the cutting board, keeping each knife sharp and use. They can still be resharpened.
Keep going.
While most of
Our knives have the double D edge for cutting back and forth. Some Cutco knives have straight edges for chopping, dicing, and precision cutting.
So let me review this real quick. And you've seen all the different tools in the homemaker. You know the basic tools, right? Air, small stuff, sandwich. Paring knife up in the air. Okay. You have two types of edges, straight edge and double D edge. Is the double D edge a serrated edge?
No.
No. Do our points do the cutting? No. What do they do?
It's just protect.
They just hit the cutting board. What does the cutting? Yeah, the edges. Okay, you know that. Then how come if this is so sharp for so long, how come we don't just put this on all of our knives? How come we have a straight knife?
They have different purposes.
They have different purposes. Okay, so for example, in other words, you like heels. Clearly, we talked about your shoes. How come all your shoes don't have heels? How come when you go to the gym you don't have heels? How come when you go running you don't have heels?
Because you're running.
Yeah, because you're running. The shoes
Yeah.
aren't made for that.
Different
okay?
purpose.
Different purpose. Same
Right.
thing here. So watch. Air knife. A straight edge is meant to be either straight down or straight. Anything straight. Okay. Veggie chopper. You don't saw through carrots. That's weird. You chop straight down through carrots. Okay. Heavy duty knife. You don't saw through ribs. You just push straight down or slide through ribs. You don't slice a watermelon. You just straight down through the watermelon. See that? Okay. But the double D edge, what's the motion? It's back and forth. It's a bread. This is the bread knife, back and forth. This is the meat knife, back and forth. So far, so good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay. And then the last thing, this unique edge uses expensive technology, but it's worth it. Any questions on the double D edge? I made you draw the picture at the bottom of your training manual so you know. So if you feel really comfortable, instead of pointing to the picture, you're more than welcome to draw it, but the picture is good for now. Any questions? Beautiful. So now we've explained how the tools work. It's all like coming back to you.
Yeah.
It's funny. Okay. Then you'll go to the guarantee. Turn to page 5. Okay. All right. So we're going to read and continue. At the top, it says the best thing. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
The best thing about Cutco is our 4-part forever guarantee. Cutco is one of the only products that you can buy once and use every day and never have to replace. The product is your proof of purchase and you can pass it down generation to generation.
Remember, you're pointing to this page, right? So practice doing that as you're reading. And forever performance. So you'll say the first is the forever performance. Forever performance. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Forever performance. If anything ever goes wrong
with your Cutco, just send it back to the factory and the company will fix it or fix it for free. You'll never have to pay to replace your knives.
The second is the
Forever sharpness.
keep going.
Whenever your Cutco needs sharpening, just send it back and it will be sharpened for free. All you pay is for shipping.
Third part is the
Unconventional use.
keep going.
If you or your spouse ever happens to destroy your Cutco through unconventional use, you can get it replaced for half price.
Fourth, unconditional.
Money back guarantee.
Keep going.
We have a 15-day risk-free money back guarantee. If you're not satisfied for any reason at all, you can get it for free.
And then if the husband's not there, what should you say? Ready? Mrs. Jones. 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Jones.
We can't always see both spouses together, so you can try to Cutco together for a few weeks risk-free to make sure you both love it.
And what's the point of that? That way the wife doesn't say, oh, I can't get it because I have to talk to my. Yeah. Ready? Think of it this way. This is really important. Let's say I'm showing Miss Lexi and her husband's not there. And she's doing the presentation. She likes it. If I show her the guarantee, she can put down $272 payment plan and get a homemaker. And she only has 4 more payments. But also, if she's not happy with it, she can send it back. So really, she's only got $272, a grocery bill. That's way better. I'd rather her do that because if she says, honey, we'll get it later. Okay. Oh, I promise you, I love it. I just have to run it by your uncle. 99% of the time, a promise is a no. Kate's shaking her head. You've been there. You haven't listened to me a couple of times, and you know what happens. When they say, oh, honey, I promise. And when he gets home, but here's the problem. What didn't the husband see? 1 through 6.
Yeah.
All he sees is 7, which is a big dollar sign. Okay, so make sure, Mrs. Jones, Ms. Vika, tell you what, your husband's not really going to understand all the presentation, and so I'm going to have, you can just put down $272 for the set that you like, or you can just put down what you like on a small deposit for the set that you like, and then that way you have 15 days to try it out. If not, you get your deposit back. If you like it, then it's only that much more a month. So far, so good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. Nice job. And then the last thing is personal guarantee. We'll say Mrs. Jones. 3, 2, 1.
Mrs. Jones, I know you're going to love what you choose to get today.
If you ever need anything in the future,
sharpening, servicing, or help with new products, please contact me, and I'll help you take care of it. I know you are going to love your Cutco.
keep going.
Cutco is such a great investment because
you'll never have to buy another set ever again.
and
You can't beat American made and forever guaranteed.
Outstanding. Yeah, now? Oh, beautiful. Then I'll see you then. Welcome back. Nice to have you. I just had a flashback. When you were in training, you won Las Patas. And you got a turkey sub. And I'm going to confess something to you that you don't know. Can I say something?
Yeah.
I took a bite of your sub by accident a long time ago. This is confessional. I'll never forget this. You and like 4 other people won, you gave names. And I was so hungry. So I took a big scarf out of this, like, right? And I ate it. I'm like, it was good. That's not fun. That's what cake got. So I cut the rest. I cut with a nice petite carver, nice and smooth. So it looks, I rewrapped it and I gave it back to you. Will you forgive me?
Of course, Jeff.
Okay.
Of course I'll forgive you.
Okay, cool. I'll see you Sunday. Thanks.
It was like a year ago.
I just remember the flashback. I took
I'm
a
so
bite.
sorry because I have such a bland taste.
That's okay. Yeah, you just got turkey and cheese.
I don't even think I got cheese.
You
I
just got
got
turkey.
Turkey.
Well, I remember because that's not what I would get. Have a great day. I'll see you. Thanks, kid. Welcome back. Yeah, I was like, no, it's turkey. There's all the good stuff. Anyway, okay. So far, so good. Okay, everyone take a look for me, please, at the very bottom. It talks about Cutco sharpening. And the very bottom talks about Cutco sharpening. All you have to remember is that you don't take the knives and they can just go to cutco.com and they've got the instructions of how to send it back. Okay, you don't even have to worry about this. You don't have to read it to the customer. I want you to know, though, that if they send 1 to 10 items back, they'll get charged $9. 11 to 25, it's 11, and 13. Would you say that's reasonable? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay. And it takes about 1 to 2 weeks to get them back. Okay, next page. 6 and 7. So now we're going to talk about the set. Everyone turn. We just offered a solution. Now we're going to talk about the individual sets. And one more time, which set are we going to talk about?
The homemaker.
The homemaker set. So at the top of page 6, we're going to go all together. So hold your blue book up, just like this. And remember, your book will tell you, your blue book will tell you if the knife is in your kit or whether or not you need to bring it out or just talk about it on the picture. Take a look to the top right. We'll start at the very top. Ready? Mrs. Jones. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Mrs. Jones, you can buy individual pieces, but most customers agree that over a lifetime, sets are much better value.
Keep going.
It's important to have the right tool for the right situation because of safety and efficiency. We have 2 larger set options for customers who love to cook
called the complete and signature.
Good. What's it called?
Complete
or the signature. Good. Why complete, not ultimate?
Ultimate sounds pricey.
Scary and pricey. Okay, continue. But I'm going to 3, 2, 1.
But I'm going to start with the pieces in our basic set, which is the most popular. It's called the homemaker.
And then you share this. Okay. This is the set, and here are the tools. Okay, and we'll go. It has the minimum. 3, 2, 1.
It has a minimum number of tools to do 100% of the jobs in your kitchen as efficiently as possible. It's the best value for the average family, and it starts with your.
And you're right here. Names and uses. So far, so good. Okay, and the first tool is called the paring knife, but it's also known as knife. It's the knife for things up in the air. So you'll see the name and then the nickname. This one's our trimmer. It's also good for small stuff. This is the spatula spread. It's the same. Okay, you guys got it. So let's start with the top one. Ready? This is Jones. This is the paring knife. 3, 2, 1. This is the paring knife, also known as the air knife, or for things up in the air, but however you want to say it. Then you read it. Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Cutco's air knife
has a long handle, makes peeling and paring comfortable. You'll use this for small jobs in the air, but rarely on the cutting board.
That's why you have your trimmer.
Okay, okay, beautiful. So look to the right. It says, let's customer peel apple, potato, then explain. Okay, so here, let me do the order. With name, the nickname. Okay. and then the tool so they can cut. And you read. Okay, so I've practiced. So let's say Miss Lexi here. Miss Lexi, the first tool, and why am I going like this? Where are the tools? In my bag. Okay. Miss Lexi. There you go. There's the paring knife. It's also known as the knife for things up in the air. So go ahead and cut. You can cut the apple there. Cutco's air knife has a long handle that makes peeling and paring comfortable. And you'll use this for small jobs up in the air, but rarely on the cutting board. That's why you have your trimmer. Okay. Now this is for small stuff. Okay. This is your small utility knife for small fruits and veggies. Do you have a tomato or small fruit we can cut too? Oh yeah, grab this one. Take a look. Try that. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Good. Mine has a pearl handle, which is the white handle. Which color do you like better, the black or the white? Okay, good. Everyone loves the versatility, but it's never used for spreading or serving. That's why we have this one. This is called the spatula spreader. It's also called the sandwich knife. Okay, yeah. It's got the wide, flexible double D edge, so it allows you, right, see, Mrs. Jones, see? Because bends down like that. Allows you to cut, spread, and serve sandwiches, bagels, lasagna, and cake, but you'll never use that on meat or large vegetables. That's why you have your, what's it called? Decarver, also known as the meat knife. Okay, everyone understand that? Okay, the only thing you have to know, see, I look at the paring knife at the top. It says, let customer peel apple, potato, then explain. Got it so far? Trimmer, same thing. Let customer cut tomato and orange and explain. Spatula, it's different. So that spatula says what? Point to the picture. It means you don't have it. You don't have it yet, but when can you win it?
You're in the process.
A fast start, okay? Petite carver, what does it say? Let the customer cut food, so you have it. And then the rest of the page, you just have to point right here, guys.
Point to the picture.
Okay. And then turn to page 7.
So for table knives.
Page 7.
Oh.
Up here, right? Page 7.
Yeah.
You won't have the slicer. You'll point to the picture. You won't have the holidays and barbecue set. You'll point to the picture, but you will have the table knife. So let's read that one all together. Okay. We'll go to complete your set. 3, 2, 1. To complete your set,
your table knives are used for every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The wide blade and rounded tip makes it safer, but the double D edge, it cuts like a steak knife.
Okay. We recommend 2 table knives per family member, so you don't have to wash them every meal. Mrs. Jones, let's test our table knife on some tough leather. So you pull out some leather, and normally we'll cut it for you. I'm not sure why this one's not cut. Here we go. We'll cut it usually into pieces, but if you have just a couple chunks that we give you, you just cut it into pieces like this with your scissors. Okay. This is fine. Okay, and then the same thing. Can I have you take a seat? Miss Sydney, my customer. So one of these two. Usually it looks like one of these two. Okay. So Mrs. Jones, first I want you to try and do use your steak knife, and we're gonna do what's called the earthquake effect. See what it says earthquake effect? What's the earthquake effect?
Well, you just
When the knife's not good, what happens?
you start shaking.
It shakes the table. Okay, so Mrs. Jones, take a look. Same thing as before. All right, and then you're gonna start. What am I doing? Yeah, you're gonna guard the hand. Okay, you start from the back, and when I say go, same thing as last time. Okay, go ahead. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, see my face? Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, same test, same knife, but this time I'm gonna hold it up in the air, and you're just gonna hold it on top, not slice, just hold it on top. Now I want you to push straight down like a piece of butter. It's not gonna go through, but just tap down. See if it doesn't go through?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, ready? Okay. Here you go. So, same exact thing. When I say go, 3, 2.
Oh, nice.
Wow, isn't that cool? Okay, same thing. When I say go ahead. Isn't that great?
That's satisfying.
See how excited I am? You have to react positively. Got it?
You're selling it.
Okay, I am selling that. Got it? Okay. Afterwards, for customers who like to feel the large steak knife, 2 larger sets come with that option. And we do have a steak knife. So I'll go like this. Mrs. Jones, for customers that like the feel of a larger steak knife, we do have a larger one. And I go like this. Okay. Okay. We have the signature, which has the larger steak knife instead of what you just saw, and then the complete. Okay. So just show them the 2 sets. Any questions so far?
It talks about the blocks before it talks about the sets.
It actually says for customers who like the feel of a steak knife, we have 2 larger sets. You show that,
Okay,
and then
sorry.
no, you're okay. All right. And then storage options. So you have to go back to the storage options. Mrs. Jones, it would be dangerous. If we're on next, right? Mrs. Jones, it would be dangerous. Perfect. Oh, one more in between. Okay, hold it up towards me. And then we're under storage options. Mrs. Jones would be dangerous. 3.
That one.
You're going way too far. 5. Keep going. Keep going. Faster. And there. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Jones, it would be dangerous. 3, 2, 1.
Mrs. Jones, it would be dangerous to have really sharp, high-quality knives floating in the drawer. The most popular is our solid oak wood block, which looks great on the counter. We also have safe storage trays for storage in the drawer or on the wall.
Cutting board.
Cutting board, our sets come
Our sets
from
come
the free
That's
cutting
it. So you
board.
don't read that part, right? Okay, our cutting board. 3, 2, 1. Our
Sets come with a free cutting board. It's important to use a soft plastic cutting board. Glass, granite, and marble cutting boards are too hard and will dull your knives.
Get that so far? Okay, and that's here, towards me. Okay. Then we have the kitchen tools and entertainment pack. So you'll point to that picture. Everyone see, look at the picture where you can find it. Okay. To complement. 3, 2, 1.
To complement your homemaker set, we have incredible kitchen tools and gadgets. This 5-piece dishwasher safe kitchen tool set replaces 2 drawers full of old kitchen tools. Our 4-piece entertainer pack has comfort grip handles and is, of course, forever
So
guaranteed.
make sure you see where those are. Ready? You have the kitchen tools here, and then you have the entertainment pack. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Remember, those are the three free items they can choose from if they get our basic set here at home. Okay. Now turn to page 8 and 9. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna spend the last part here. We're gonna close the sale. We're gonna close the sale. Page 8 and 9. And I'm going to show you how to drop down to the other sets. Really simple. So now you're still on this page, and we're going to close. Turn to page 8. Mrs. Jones, let me review. 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Jones,
let me review why so many
people choose to invest in crypto.
Stop. Let's start over. Together. 3, 2, 1.
Mrs. Jones, let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco. You'll always have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Cutco is guaranteed to last forever, so it will be the last set of knives you ever buy. And Cutco saves a lot of money. Most customers who buy Cutco eat out less.
Okay, ready? That last sentence, you're going to draw. Same thing. Ready? Mrs. Jones, if that saves $60 a month, that's $720 saved this year. And over 25 years, that's $18,000 you can save. So if you want to, same thing, draw a little, you can draw this right here in the white space to remind you. You can draw this right here in the white space to remind you. 60 a month, $720 a year, $18,000.
You like multiplying?
I'm just writing down the numbers.
Mhm.
No math. Okay. Okay, last one here. We'll go when it comes to high quality.
When it comes to high quality cutlery,
Wait for everyone.
Oh.
Okay, so on this page, want to follow me? Okay, when it comes to high quality, I'm sorry, there are several reasons. 3, 2, 1. There are several reasons
why so many customers choose sets. Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job.
Everyone, Cutco sets.
Oh, sorry. Cutco sets have built-in discounts, so it's cheaper.
You're messing this up.
Oh yeah, no, because
This
you
year's
said
slow.
when it comes to
I'm not
high
blaming
quality,
everyone. This is not on everyone. Cutco sets have a built-in. 3, 2, 1.
Cutco sets have a built-in discount, so it's cheaper. Sets come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. Sets are much safer because they come in a block or tray.
And we have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once.
Okay, so now I'm going to go through the rest of the closing. Instead of you reading, I'm going to do it as if you're doing it with the customer. Okay, so you can follow along with me and you'll be the customer. Okay, this is the most important part where once you get really comfortable, I want you to be able to do this with your eyes more towards the customer. But since you're new in your first 10 days, what should you do? Just read the book. Okay, so Miss Lexi, Mr. Chris, when it comes to high quality cutlery, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco is top rated, so we only compare to the highest quality brands. I have a price comparison for our top competitors. It's called Wulstoff and Schön. Have you guys ever heard of them before? No, first time? Okay. These are high quality sets made overseas and are two of the top selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets which range in price, but the Wulstoff right here is the most popular. So this price for this Wulstoff set is $3,435. And sometimes you can find it on sale for $1,999. Okay. Now, let me give you tip number one. Whenever you say the price of the competitor, I want you to say the full price. Mrs. Jones, $3,435. On sale, $1,999. When you say Cutco, the homemaker is only $1,273.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Smaller.
$1,273. So you abbreviate when you say it. Got it? Okay. Mrs. Jones, sometimes you find on sale for $1,999. There are some major differences between these brands and Cutco, and I point to Cutco. Wulstoff has mostly straight edges, so they need to be sharpened constantly, which is a hassle. They're not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty is on manufacturer defects only. In comparison, Cutco has our unique wedge-lock handle, exclusive double D stay sharp edge. We have a 4-part guarantee, including our free sharpening and 15-day trial. Now, Cutco owners will tell you that it's 10 times better than any knife they've ever used. And just considering the guaranteed unique features, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Wulstoff. And when something offers twice the quality and value and it lasts forever, you would expect to be twice the price. So, Mrs. Jones, at twice the price, you're talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. So let me show you what you get. So at this point, how much do they think the price is?
$4,000.
$4,000, and we should be $4,000, by the way. This is a $4,000 set if we sold it
For the Ferrari.
for the Ferrari price. If we were sold where?
Out of the country.
Nope,
All right.
In stores.
in stores,
Yeah, my bad.
but we're not sold in stores. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so at this point, remember the customer might give you a reaction like, "Oh my God!" Remember, it's not 4,000, but don't give them the price until you get to the part on the next page. So far so good. Go to the next page. As I said earlier, our Homemaker Plus 8 is our most popular set. It's the perfect set for families that cook 2 to 3 times a week. What am I doing? Sorry. There we go. As I said earlier, our Homemaker Plus 8 is our most popular set. It's the perfect set for families that cook 2 to 3 times a week. It has the 10 basic tools, and I'll go like this. I'll review. It has the 10 basic tools. Okay. It's got 8 table knives right here, the wood block, and a sharpener for the straight edges. The great thing is that the Homemaker doesn't cost how much? $4,000. What am I going to do? Okay, it doesn't cost $4,000. In fact, it doesn't even cost as much as the Wulstoff price over here that I was showing you on sale, which is $1,999. The Homemaker Plus 8 set is only how much?
$1,273.
It's only $1,273. So far, so good. Only $1,273 paid in full, which includes shipping. But most of our customers take advantage of our 5-month interest-free investment option, which is only $272 today and includes tax. So, Mrs. Jones, we have a bonus where if you buy now, I can give you the matching kitchen tool set, the 4-piece entertainment pack, or the super shears for free. So, Mrs. Jones, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, Would you like to try out the homemaker set today and get your free shears?
So that's the point of buying it in full.
Mm-hmm. Got it? Did you want to go ahead and get it today and get the free super shears? And ready? Right after that, it says, be completely quiet and wait for an answer. Smile. Put a smiley face there. A smiley face there. Here's what I want you to do. So, is it Hayes? Okay. Mrs. Hayes, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, did you want to go ahead and get this homemaker today and get the kitchen tools or super shears for free? Watch.
Sure. I'll get the whole
What's
thing.
my body language saying?
Saying
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
Actions
yes.
speak louder than words. Don't do this. So, Mrs. Jones or Mrs. Hayes, I wouldn't be doing my job today if I didn't ask you, did you want to get the set today and get the super shears for free? Right? That's like, it's like, do you want to go out? No. You guys want to go out? No. You want to come out?
Yeah, people would be like, sure.
Yeah. Remember the 7 steps example? So can I get your number? Yeah. So, can I get your number? Got it? Okay. Okay. Beautiful. If they say yes, you guys already know this. If they say yes, are we going to celebrate and pump up in the air and act like it's a big deal?
No.
No, number 1, that's rude.
You have to act
And number
like
2, what does it make it seem like?
Your college kid.
Like you're a college kid, acting, speak like a college student. Number 3, it makes it seem like no one gets it. Right? Say yes. Would you like to go and get this set today and get the free scissors?
Yes, I would.
Really? Oh, wow. Like, don't act surprised. Don't be pumped because it makes it seem like no one's buying it. What should the reaction be?
Congratulations.
Yeah, oh, congratulations. Like, yeah, of course. Of course. Who wouldn't get this appliance that lasts forever, use every day? Okay? So then let's all role play what you say when they say yes. Ready? Congratulations. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. You're gonna love your Cutco. Let's start over. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations. You're going to love your Cutco. Before I write that up, let me show you our 2 sets that come with the steak knives.
But before I do, let me first what? Call the office. Beautiful. If you have to write but before I do, that's okay. Just remember, you call us first.
Did we get the number?
Oh, Luke's gonna do that at the end.
Okay.
The central number.
And we're calling you tonight and we have everything.
Yeah, every time you have an appointment, someone's on standby to talk to you.
All right.
Like even if you have a midnight appointment, then we'll know. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Sir.
Would you recommend, like, if we call people, like people we don't know, in case we don't want to give our own phone numbers out, to make our own Google numbers?
Let me talk to you one-on-one. I'm really confused. You wouldn't
Like,
need
say if I'm calling customers, like recommended people.
well, you won't call them for like months anyway.
Oh, okay.
Or why would you not want them to have your number? They have to call you back.
I would like just the work number to separate, so I know what to answer.
No, it's too now.
Okay.
You want, yeah. Go ahead.
Do they still get the free gift if they pay
Yeah,
I
good
think-
question. So if they pay in full or if they do the payment plan, it's still the free item they get.
Okay.
Oh,
That's why I was a little confused on what you said earlier, so that's my fault.
I thought
Yes.
the advantage was that
No,
if you paid in full.
So it doesn't matter. Kitchen tools, shears, or entertainment pack.
So do they only get that, or do they get the homemaker set?
So far. Hey guys, we got 3 people talking. Homemaker, kitchen tools, super shears, or entertainment pack for free. No matter how they pay, if they're buying it, and you get the free item. Payment plan or in full. So I was confused
even
earlier.
if you do get like the
We haven't done the signature complete yet. When you call us for the signature complete, we have a whole bunch of different deals. The bigger the set they buy, the more stuff we can hook up. But that's
Okay.
we'll tell you when you call us.
okay.
On Monday, you're gonna be really mad at me when I teach you something, but I can't teach you now because you wouldn't understand it. Monday, you're gonna go, oh, I see, but I'll wait till you do your first 5 to 10 appointments. So far, so good. So to answer your question one more time, no matter how they pay, one swipe or broken up, they still get their choice of free items. If they get something bigger, when you call us, we're gonna ask them what they like, what they're interested in, and we're gonna hook up way more free stuff for them to make it more excited to get that, or we'll give them a discount. Cool? Clarify? Sorry if I confused you. Clarified? Okay, good. Now, if they say yes one more time, what do you say? We'll say congratulations. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. You're going to love your Cutco. Before I write that up, let me show you our 2 sets that come with the steak knives. But before I do, let me first call my office. Call the office. Ready? And what's the code word? Hey, Luke. First of all, hey, Luke, it's Joanne. Yeah, I'm with Joanne right now at my 8:30. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just finished the presentation, and they are definitely getting the homemaker. You can even put definitely next to that sentence to remind you. And then from there, we will show you and tell you what to do. Worst case scenario, you sell the homemaker. Best case scenario, we sell the whole book. We upgrade it.
When we call, what if they say like I don't want to buy anything? But
We haven't done that yet. We're just doing yes.
No, I'm talking about in person.
Yeah, we're only on yes right now. We're about to do that second part. Like I'm going to cover. Like I'm going to get to your questions. What I'm saying. Okay. So far so good. Okay. I know what you're saying. I'm going to tell you how to handle it. Because when you call us, that doesn't happen. Is what you're saying. You're saying I just don't want it. They don't say that. They never say that. They never say I hate your product.
Well, no, not like that. But I'm saying like, what if they're like, oh no, like we just don't want to like buy, and then we say this stuff, but they're still like no. But when we're on the phone, how are we supposed to say they're considering the homemaker if they're like, I don't want to buy it? We can't be like they're considering the homemaker when they're not considering.
They're considering it. Right now is not a good time for them, so they're just considering it, but they're not going to get it today.
Okay.
Use the. I just want to hear the word considering.
Okay.
They're not. Mrs. Jones says. Oh, Mrs. Jones says it's not a good time. So they're considering it, but now it's not a good time. Okay. As long as I hear the word considering, I know what you mean. Does that clarify?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it? So, Mrs. Jones, before I write that up, let me show you 2 sets that come with the steak knives. But before I do, let me call the office first. You call in. Hey, Luke, this is Monique. My 8:30 with Mrs. Simpkins. You got it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm with her. She loved the homemaker. Yeah, they're definitely getting it. And Luke will tell you, okay, well, do me a favor. Show them the 2 other sets. You know, the part that folds out? Yeah, show them the 2 other sets and ask them if they could get a really sick deal or $200 to $300 worth of free stuff. Would they be interested? Or then he'll ask you different things and you just ask the customer and you call it back. Worst case, we just write up the homemaker. Got it? Now, to your point, they might say no, and that's okay. And ready? No is not a no. No is just the first thing they say to you. And they might say, no, I can't afford it. Well, we know that isn't necessarily true. I can't afford it's just the easy thing to say when they usually have what? Buyer's remorse. Okay. Or I can't afford, usually like 9 times out of 10, I can't afford it means I got buyer's remorse on something. Something's tight on the budget because my husband just bought golf clubs and I'm pissed. My wife just went on a shopping spree and I'm pissed. Like it's like that. I can't afford it. Now's not a good time. Whatever they say, if they say no, no worries. A couple things. First of all, see where it says handling knee-jerk reactions? I just want you to lightly put an X here because when you're new, this is advanced after you've done your first 10 days of training. When you're new, lightly put an X here. Don't worry about that. We'll just put an X through that box. Yeah, so you don't just X enough so you don't say anything there. This is more advanced after your first 10 days so that you're able to handle the customer's objections. Now you just keep calling us. If they say no or they're unsure, what's the first thing you say? You say, okay, what? Okay, one more time. What do you say? Okay, no problem. If you don't mind me asking, what is it about the homemaker you're unsure of? Is it too much for the price? Or is it too many options? Beautiful. If they say no, hey, no problem. You just have to remember, ready? This should give you confidence. Most of the sales you have, about 70+% of your yeses are a no when you first ask for the homemaker. But then when you call us, it becomes a yes. You have to remember that. It's called negotiating. Okay? Customers who invest always negotiate. You don't ever, very rarely, let's say you're buying a BMW for me. Here's the price. Cool. What do? You don't say yes right away. Some people do. Those are great customers. But what do most people say when well, this is the price? What do you say? I don't know. What are you trying to do? Negotiate. Yeah. Guess what they're trying to do with you? Yeah. When you buy a house, so here's the price for the house. Mrs. Hayes, it's a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and here's the price. I'll take it. You know what? Unless you're like uber loaded and you don't care about money, most people say, I don't know. And they want to negotiate. So it's either buyer's remorse or they're trying to wheel and deal. And we want to help you do that. Okay. So if they say no, one more time, what do you say? Ready? Okay, no problem. If you don't mind me asking, what is it about the homemaker you're unsure of? Was it the price or is it too many options? Okay. If they say price, great. Mrs. Jones, let me go ahead and call the office real quick. And what do you say? Mrs. Jones, hey, Luke, I'm sitting with the customer.
Or are you asking?
What do you say? Mrs. Jones, I'm sitting with the customer and What's the code word?
They're
And they're
considering.
considering the homemaker. They said right now it's the price. See what I did? Okay, cool. If they say no, it's too many pieces, you still call. Hey, Luke. Yeah, I'm with Miss Monique right now, my aunt, and she said now's not a good time. And she just said it's too many pieces. It's a lot. It's a little bit big for her. And Luke will say, hey, no problem. Why don't you go ahead and go to the bottom of the page and go to the next sets that Jeff taught you. So go to the bottom of the page. Okay. And what do you say if you want to drop down? Ready? No problem. We have a lot of different options. I'm sure we'll find a set that's a better fit for you. I'll go ahead and show you our galley set. Okay, yes, quick question.
About the galley set, you guys do discounts for those ones?
Oh,
Or-
we do discount for everything. Yeah,
Okay.
good question. Yeah, I'm going to cover that right now. Let's turn to the next page. So then where do you show the galley to the customer? What do you do? It's all in order.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's right here. Beautiful. So the galley set at the top. So let's read it together. Ready? Next is our galley set. Top of page 10. Next is our galley set. 3, 2, 1. Next is our galley set.
It's a perfect starter set and it'll take care of all your needs.
It's got the, which ones? Go ahead. Paring knife.
There, trimmer for the small stuff, spatula for sandwiches, and a meat knife, a serving piece, a veggie chopper, and a bread knife. And it still comes with 6 table knives.
Okay, and then it's a few less knives for a lot less money. Instead of paying, the blank is $12.73.
Should we say it in full or?
Always cut goes always smaller. $12.73. Good question, Bunny. Okay, $12.73 for the homemaker set. The galley plus 6 set is only, and I put the numbers up on the television for you, make it a lot easier. It is only $919. Remember, I got real quick. Not $919. It's $919. Why?
Sounds
Yeah. What's the payment plan? It's only
$197.
$197. In a week, it's only.
49.
Yeah. How much is the monthly here?
$152.
$152. Yeah, real small. Okay. And remember, I never give them the price of the basic unless they ask for a basic later at the end. Like I don't even offer the chance to get it without the table knives. Okay? So keep going now. Buy now bonus. If you get this set, 3, 2, 1.
If you get this set today, I can still include the kitchen tools entertainer pack or super shears for free.
So here's what's really cool. Even if they didn't say yes to the first set, we're still going to hook them up with the choices for free gifts. Now, when they go lower than that, they get less options. Okay? And then you have to ask for the order. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1.
Is that something you'd like to get today?
And it's the same order. If they say yes and they say no, it's the same exact thing. If they say yes, what do you say? 3, 2, 1. Congratulations.
You're going to love your Cutco, Mrs. Jones.
Let's wrap up by taking a look
at some of our additional products.
But first, let me call my office. Put it in there. You always call the office first because, and I'll tell you in a second something really cool. A lot of times, a customer that gets down to the galley, they'll say yes to the galley. You call us, right? And what we talk, and we'll give them a deal, and they go back up to the homemaker. Okay, so just remember, always call us. If they say no, look at the bottom. Okay, where it says if those free items don't excite you, I can replace it. I'm going to cross that whole line out. I'm going to make it easy. If those free items don't excite you, I can replace it with up to blank. Just cross that whole line out. And just cross that whole line out. And just write down real big, call the office. And this will be your second time calling the office. Remember that, because the first time they said no to what?
The
homemaker. Right? So this if they say no, not that one either, honey. Okay, Mr. Jones, well, I'm supposed to check in again. This is part of my training. Just let them know it's part of your training. Let me check in again. And then Luke will either try and wheel and deal that set, or we will tell you just to finish the rest of the options on the next few pages. Okay. So it's the same thing. If they say yes, they're definitely getting the galley. If they say no, you know what? Hey, Luke, yeah, actually, no, they said no to the galley set too. I mean, they're considering it, but right now, that's not the set for them either. Okay, cool. Totally, no problem. Nice job on going through the options. Here's what I want you to do next, and then it'll be the final run. You have to, and then eventually we'll get to probably somewhere there or a little higher. Okay. Now look at the very, very bottom. They say, "Can I buy pieces?" Bottom left, page 10. If they ask, "Can I buy pieces?" That's actually a good buying question. That means I already have pieces I know I like and I want to get. But what don't they know later on in the presentation is that after this set, what do we have? Way more options, and the odds are the pieces they want
Are
in those sets. How do you think we came up with these sets? Randomly? No. We said, hey, any customers that didn't get a galley, what pieces would you probably use? Okay, so we made that set. If you didn't get that set, what 4 pieces would you probably use? And we made this set. So if they say, "Can I buy pieces?" Back to bottom of page 10. Let's read it together. All right, everyone take a look at where it says, "Can I buy pieces?" Of course, ready? 3, 2, 1. Of course. However, sets are discounted, they're safer, and you get free stuff.
If you don't mind, I'll show you our sets, and if none of them appeal to you, we can pick out whatever pieces you want.
In a nutshell, you're saying this. Hey, Miss Monique, you know, you can do whatever you want, but everything's discounted. It's a better value with the set. So let me show you all those. And if you don't like any of those, then we'll get your pieces. That's really what we're saying. It's just written out for you. Okay, any questions? You had a quick question, Ryan? No?
If they return it in 15 days, they don't get to keep the free stuff.
No, they just return it all. Yeah, right. Good call. That's a good question. Okay, ready? Real quick, go back one page. I want to give you the prices that you might not have from yesterday. These are the prices of the complete with the steak knife and table knife. We're on page 9. And the signature. And make sure you have those in there. You might already have them, but you don't have them. Come on.
And they're weekly.
This is complete. This is signature. Page 9. And remember, if you're not sure where the prices are, you're one quick phone call away from us helping you with everything. Okay, got the prices? Okay, you guys have the galley? Okay.
Can you go back for a second?
Yes, ma'am. What do you notice? When you ask for the sale on the homemaker, it's really easy. Watch. Options. Would you like to get the homemaker? Yes or no? Yes, call the office. Definitely. No, call the office. Considering. You have to go to the next set. Okay, here's the next set. Yes or no? Yes, cool. Call the office. Definitely. No, call the office. Considering. Let's just same thing over and over and over again. Okay, now we're gonna go back. I'm gonna keep going and then we come back to it later, okay? Turn to page 11. This is if the customer says no twice. They said no to the homemaker. They said no to the galley. Luke's just gonna tell you to go ahead and finish up with the starter set. So take a look at the top of page 11, please. Okay, Mrs. Jones, these are the starter sets. And you open up to this page and you show the starter sets. Everyone, make sure you're on the right page here. These are the starter sets. Some of you are trying to write and not read with me.
Oh.
I can tell. Ready?
Yeah.
These are the starter sets. Okay. These are great for building up over time and gifts for friends and family. So let me show you what's in here. And you just follow along. The Essentials +5 and the Studio +4. These sets in smaller blocks, but they get the job done. Okay. Then you have the Space Saver. Okay, and here you go. Then you have the Space Saver. It's for small kitchens, boats, campers, and RVs. Then you have the All Knife and the Kitchenette. These have safe storage trays and they're alternative to the block. And then you have the Gourmet set for Cutco owners. It's also for alternative cuisine. So step 1 is you just show all the starter sets. Any questions? So what you're saying now is you didn't get the homemaker, you didn't get the galley. Let me just show you the rest of the starter sets. And you show them all. Step number 2, out of the starter sets, which combination do you like the best? Mrs. Jones, of the starter sets, which of the combinations? Cool. Okay. Of all the starter sets, Miss Lexi, which ones did you like the best? Oh, the essentials. Okay, great. Let me show you that. That set is only, and you give them the price from the grid down there. Any questions?
Okay.
Okay. And then at the end, step 4, take a look. Mrs. Jones, if you get that set today, you can still have you can fill the blank, shears. That's the bottom blank. So put that in the blank for free. You can still get the shears for free. So what's really cool is they still get a free item. They just can't get a choice of the kitchen tools and the entertainment bag. So everyone got that? Lexi got shears at the bottom. Shears for free. Is that something you'd be interested in getting today? Remember, when you ask for the question, wait for an answer, but what should you do with your head?
No.
Yeah, smile. So, Ms. Monique, did you want to get that one? And it's ready. It's okay if it's still a no, because we still have one more option after that, believe it or not. Okay? The customers don't mind when you're going through all these options because you're just being thorough. Plus, also, you're brand new. What does that mean? You're still in training. You're still in training.
Oh.
Okay.
So this is the essentials, and this is the essentials plus 5. This is the basic.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
essentials.
Yep.
Okay.
Easy. And the last one, look at the bottom of page 11. If they say yes, it's the same word for word. Everyone read along with me. What if I say, yeah, I want to get that essentials. Ready? Congratulations. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations. You're going to love your Cutco, Mrs. Jones. Let's wrap up by taking a look at some of our additional products.
But first, let me
Call the office.
call the office. Right? And call the office. The reason you keep calling the office is because we're going to either get a better deal, upgrade, or, it's not uncommon for a customer to drop to a smaller set, but we get them a couple $100 worth of accessories on top. And it's the same price as if you sold the bigger set. Okay? Questions, comments? If they say no, just circle where it's real big where it says call the office for a deal, circle that. And cross out the rest. Where it says, if they're saying no to that set, just write down call the office and cross the rest out. Just call the office. Right here. If they say no, call the office. Okay. Now, if you call the office here and you say, oh, you know what? I went through all the starter sets, Luke, and that's still not, they're considering it, but that's, right now that's not the set. Okay, no problem. Let's finish off the last option for the customer and turn to page 12. Okay. The last option for them is we can customize different tools that don't come in a set already. Okay, we can customize different tools that don't come in a set already. Mrs. Jones, you can customize your own set. I can still give you something for free. Let's make a list of your 5 favorite pieces that you see yourself using the most. Then you write down the 5 pieces, okay? And then right afterwards, I want you to say, call the office. So you'll write down the 5 pieces they like the most, and you call the office, and Luke can try and put a deal together for that.
What if the office doesn't answer?
They always answer. I pay a lot of money to make sure they answer. A lot of money. And if for some reason someone's not available, later on, we have a WhatsApp group, so you can always post, hey, I need some help, and someone will get to you. Let's make a list of your 5 favorite pieces you see yourself using the most. Okay. And then just so you also know, we have some really cool buy now bonuses, meaning, okay, maybe you didn't get a set today, but if you get one of these packages, we have some cool deals. So for the first one is if they pick any 5 knives, and it can't be table knives, they get a pair of shears or 4 table knives for free. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. If they're not getting a set, that's a nice start. And special number 4 is pick 4. If they pick any 4 pieces, not a table knife, they would get a free cheese knife or a fishing knife. Buy 3, get 1 free. If they pick any 3 pieces, they get the 4th piece for free, and the lowest price item is the free item. And number 4, they also have a free gadget special. If they choose any 2 knives that are over $100 total, they get an ice cream scoop or a large cutting board for free. But, ready? You don't have to present these if you're not comfortable yet. When you call us, we'll tell you all the different packages they can get if they customize a set. That's the last option. Okay? Any questions? Now, the worst case scenario when you're new, I'm okay with this. I don't love it. It's not really the best for a customer because it's like getting a BMW tire but not the car. But I'm okay if you at least get 1 sale, like a knife, if you have to. Why? Because 1 knife is better than what? Nothing. Plus, once they have Cutco and they realize, they go, oh my gosh, and they'll get a set. Now they'll get a worse price though. Why? Because they should have gotten it all at once. It's going to cost more. But I'd rather you get one knife than a zero. Okay, if that's the worst case scenario. So here's what you say. So Mrs. Jones, it sounds like you really love Cutco. Oh, good. It sounds like you really like Cutco, but now it's just a bad time. We can just reserve your buy now bonus. What that means is if you get one piece today, you become a Cutco owner. Cutco owners are always eligible for discounts and free items in the future. You'll end up saving a ton of money, and at least you'll know you'll get to use your favorite piece until then. It also helps me a ton with towards my goals. So which is your favorite piece? Okay, that one is only, and you'll have a price list. Would you like to get that piece today? So far, so good? Okay. And I don't love one knife, okay? But it happens sometimes. In fact, my first weekend, I was actually pretty average. I sold $3,000 my first weekend. My first sale was one knife. And then my next three were homemakers. Okay? And then, or you have it like Josie. Josie's first three sales were homemakers. We don't know how it'll be. Okay? All I know is that it takes 10 days to train you and you need to get a lot of appointments. Okay? What's the common thing you're learning is that all you have to do is keep calling and checking in with us when you're new. After your 10 days, you actually don't call us as much to wheel and deal because you already know how to do it. You just call us if you have a question or you just let us know what you sold. Yes, sir.
How do we call a virtual appointment? We just put it on.
We're not there yet, but I'll show you. You call it back. You say, I'm going to call you back.
Okay.
Okay. You want to go back and fill these in? Page 11. Okay. 10 seconds. And then wrap up. I'm going to show you the virtual demo, and then Luke's going to wrap up your training. And you guys are ready to make your first sales?
Oh, my question.
One second. Okay. Last thing I want to cover is the virtual presentation. Okay. Everything in your blue book is already in the virtual presentation. I'm going to show you. Okay. So when you go to the website, first of all, just so you see it, the website is on the front of your training manual. Okay. It's tinyurl.com/Cutco demo. Okay. And here's what's really cool about the virtual demo. You can do it to anyone who doesn't live in the area, out of country, in the country. And all you're going to do is make sure for the appointment time that they're going to be by a computer with high-speed internet, and you're going to call them at the same time. Okay?
If it's like with her grandma, like FaceTime.
Yeah, you can, but the problem is they can't do. This is what sells it. So they really need to be high-speed internet. But talk to me one on one. We'll figure something out. Okay. So when they log on to the website, and this is what they'll see. And as they're logging on, you just want to chit chat. Hey, Miss Vika, how's it going over there? How's California? Oh yeah, sunny. Oh yeah, it's really, of course, it's Florida. It's hot over here. Let me know when it loads up. Once it's loaded up, you'll say, okay, I need you to expand it to full screen. You see the bottom right-hand corner? And remember, most Mac customers are, well, I don't know how to, like you guys know how to do all this stuff. Remember that most Macs are kind of like computer illiterate. So can you see a little button at the bottom right? It's got 2 arrows. Yeah, if you push that, the screen will get bigger. Oh my, right? And what's really cool, check it out, is that everything in the manual coincides with the blue book, but everything in the manual also coincides here. So it's just like you being with them, except they have this. So what you'll do through the whole presentation, you'll say, Mrs. Jones, every time I ask you to hit the space bar, can you hit the space bar and tell me what you see? Right, so for example, follow along in your training man. Turn to page 2. Oh, page 1, sorry. Turn to page 1. Okay, are you ready to start, Ms. Vika, over there? Okay, good. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to see my presentation. It really means a lot. Okay, and you know me already, but obviously, I've been working really hard. Just got back from school, and so I just got this new job. And Ms. Vika, do you mind if I share some of my goals with you? Okay. And you put a little, and you click, and you hit. Okay, can you hit click for me? Okay, what do you see? What does it say at the top?
Thank you for helping me.
Okay, cool. Ready? Well, I'm working with Cutco because, and you just read your part. Okay. So how about this? I'll give, and you can just practice later on before you do a presentation. Just run through this once so you know where you need them to click. I usually put stars. Okay. So this is what you'll say this all the time. Hey, Grandma, do me a favor. Can you hit the space bar? Okay, what do you see? Okay, cool. Let me read. Da, 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 da. Okay, so the first one's the goals. Okay. What's this for? To establish credibility. So this is the company page. Okay. Then we want to get their attention. What's this?
Their presence.
Yeah, watch this. This is cool. We'll go through the video. Okay, hit play, Grandma. And while the video is playing, you want to kind of give a play-by-play. Okay. Mr. Joanne, do you see how it's working? See how it's cutting through the penny? Yeah, I actually do that live. If I'm in front of you, I would do that for you. But see how durable it is? Yeah, so it cuts around the penny. You see that? Oh yeah. And then it's really easy to cut through broccoli. Okay. And you're just reading, and you want to give a play-by-play. Okay, very similar to. Have you ever had a friend and you sent them a YouTube link and you watch it at the same time and you're kind of talking about it? Like, Ryan, check this out. Okay, hit play. Watch. Ready? Watch what happens to him. Did you see what happened? Like, you ever walk your friends through YouTube? It's kind of the same thing, except it's not a joke or a funny YouTube. It's, you see that? Oh, yeah. So it's the same thing. Like plastic packaging for batteries. Okay. Obviously leather. Awesome. Yeah, that's metal wire for gardening and for arts and crafts. Cardboard is really tough to cut through, and of course, more leather. And it can also be really delicate too. In this case, that's gauze. Okay, and then Grandma, hit the button again. What do you see next? You see the same video. Right. Okay. Go ahead. And then now let me show you our peeler. Watch what this is. This is awesome. And notice how Mrs. Jones, you can go one direction, and it's really sharp, but you go down, and you can also go back up and use it in 2 different directions. That's a papaya. Okay. That's sick.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And then, Grandma, I want you to go ahead and hit the next. Sorry, it's just not doing it on my computer, but okay. Okay. And what's this one?
This is the drawers.
Junk knife. So this is Mrs. Junk. Mom, what do you see at the top? Oh, Grandma, what do you see? Okay, you see a bunch of junk knives? Okay, then you read your part. Okay. And what's this for? Offer a solution. And then what do you do next?
You show them ours.
Yeah, you show the rope. This is the straight edge. Get ribs and tears to the food. Then Mrs. Jones, you see the next knife they're using is called Henkel. That's actually a German bred knife. That's a straight edge. Notice the smooth cut, Mrs. Jones, but takes a lot more effort. And then you have the Cutco double D edge, which I'm going to show you just in a second. So watch, same type of stroke. Start from the back. Amazing. See how smooth that cut? Yeah, that's called the double D edge. It shows the reason it cut through so quickly. Can you hit click next? Okay, and what do you see? Oh, why am I not clicking? Okay, this is Jones. That's called the double D edge. And notice the points protect the 3 resets. So I'm going to explain the double D edge. Okay. Then, what's next? Guarantee. And then here's what's really cool for the virtual, because it's not live. One thing we added is a really cool testimonial video to give more credibility. Okay, so take a look. This is from the San Diego State Fair. And say, Mrs. Jones, I want you to watch. There's some testimonials from customers here. Check it out.
They're the best knives, and all the other knives I bought don't compare. You know, you need a good knife in your kitchen. It's the best that I ever made. Yeah. I've had my Cutco for 25 years.
You've had our Cutco more than 20 years.
It's almost 40 years. 50 years.
At least 50 years.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I like the grip of the handles and just the way all the knives cut. They're great knives and they last forever.
And of course, there's always the availability to have them sharpened again. So it was.
Of course it was. It was definitely worth an investment in Cutco. I would definitely recommend it to our friends. Recommended it to our son and daughter-in-law. They got some.
I would recommend Cutco to anybody that has to cut anything.
My girlfriend, 25 years ago, her son started selling Cutco. She called me up and asked me to give her son a break because he had gotten a new job. And I said, sure, I don't mind. He came to my house and he displayed all the different knives. No hesitation.
Years ago, my brother and sister-in-law, they knew somebody that was selling it. He was a college student. And he came to our home, we did the demonstration, and that's when we first got the knives.
One of my son's friends was selling it in high school. And he came over and sold it, and I wanted to help him out, not knowing that Cutco was going to be a wonderful product, and it is.
Okay. Grandma, you see all those people that really like the product? Okay, now I want you to hit next. And what I'm going to show you now is our basic homemaker set. So this is where you show the tools. So take a look. And it goes through each of the videos. So first one's called the paring knife, Grandma, and it's for the knife. It's a knife for things up in the air. So hit the video and take a look. So if you notice, see up in the air, doesn't touch the cutting board. Banana, skins up, kiwi, mango, potato, apple. Nothing. Okay. Next tool is a trimmer. What's this for? Small stuff. Okay. You go here. Look at that. Look how easy it cuts. You ever try to cut a juicy tomato? What happens? Yeah, it mushes. Look at that. Keeps the skin tight. Amazing. Chicken. That quickly goes through the orange. And use the double D edge back and forth for just smoother cut. Awesome. That cuts through the line. Who does cook or cut often? You guys can really appreciate this, right? When you see these videos. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, and then next one. If you want to, randomly, if you before presentations, if you just want to get not just pumped up, but really convicted and understand, watch these videos quickly. It takes like 10 minutes to watch through the quick video. They're not even 10 minutes. You'll be able to explain the products better. Okay, this is the spatula sandwich knife. Here's the cream cheese. Okay, and you can use the double D edge to cut through the bread at the same time, or the bagel. And then it's also got the double D edge, so you can use it as kind of like a spatula for brownies. And it's flexible, so it goes to the bottom of the tray. And then you can take the icing and then give yourself high cholesterol. Okay. And of course, peanut butter and jelly. So one side with the jelly. One smear. And then you got the peanut butter. Delicious. High source of protein. Right? And delicious snack, high energy. There you go. Look how quickly it cuts through. And you notice it doesn't smash the bread because of the double D edge. Okay, and then you have the turning fork and the petite carver. This is for meat knife, the serving piece. Watch this. This is really cool. Has anyone ever tried to cut a pineapple?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Not like that.
No.
That's it. Right through the core. Cantaloupe. Look how quickly it cuts through. See, the double D edge does all the work. Amazing. That's a gourd and a pumpkin. And then the serving tool, right? It's got some pickles at the bottom of the jar. Sometimes they're hard to get. It's also good for serving meats out of the dish. Okay. Then the next tool is a heavy duty knife. It's for hard stuff. At the end, they do a little fruit ninja here. It's kind of cool. Watch. Oh, hold on. Okay. There's a heavy duty knife. It's a straight edge, so you don't go back and forth. So it's a papaya with all the seeds in the middle. Watch this watermelon. Who's ever cut watermelon? That's tough. For barbecues, especially. Ninja. Okay. Then, afterwards, you got the petite chef. What's that? The veggie chopper. Okay. Oh. Not really sure why I keep doing that. Okay. Here we go. So notice it goes up and down, not back and forth. Celery, carrots, any type of chopping. Makes you hungry. Green onions. Beautiful onion. Awesome. Then dicing and chopping. Right before you saute them. Then slicer, what's that? Bread knife. Who's ever had thick Italian bread with the crusty outside but then soft in the middle? Mm-hmm. So when you push through the crust, what happens to the bread? It crushes down. Yeah. Look at this. Doesn't squash the bread. Isn't that amazing? Great. That's the double D edge. Okay. Then from there, you've got the the master carving set for holidays and barbecues. There's no video for that. And then you have the table knife. How often do you use it? Every day. So there's a table knife, and you cut the leathers right here. And it cuts both ways, right? So if he's going forward, then also you can pull backwards as well. Steak knife, just going straight down, pushing on the leather. Table knife. First one was a random knife. Yeah, then do it again. Watch. 2. Sweet. Okay. Then you got wood blocks and storage in the kitchen and entertainment pack for the free stuff. What's this? Compare. Okay. Then Mrs. Jones. Okay. We have our homemaker set. Has all the 10 basic tools. And if you get it for free, you can get the kitchen tools, entertainment pack, or super shoes. So notice you stop right there. And if they say yes to the homemaker, you want to stop and tell them to hit escape. Otherwise, if they hit next, what do they go to? You don't want to drop down. Okay. And also, watch this. If they like this homemaker set, we also have some of the accessory tools here. Okay. And so everything's all in the same presentation. Any questions? Now, if you have a question for us, or if you have to call to check in, they said no or they said yes. Say, okay, Andvika, I'm actually supposed to check in with my office, so let me call you right back. Okay. Any questions?
Do all 3 sets come in red?
No, just the homemaker. It's actually the Miami Heat set. I'm just kidding. It has a red one. But a lot of Miami fans got it, believe it or not. Especially when they won the championship, we saw a lot of red sets. So, any other questions? Awesome. So let's do this. Let's take a quick 2-minute stretch. You can use the restroom. And here's the thing. So much of what you're doing is following the manual, cut lots of food, having lots of fun. So what's really important, I know it's been a long day, is leaving with energy and enthusiasm to meet with the customer. So we're going to take 2 minutes. Luke's going to come back and then wrap up. He's got some subs for 3 of you. Wrap up some training. Okay.
They just want like the homemaker. Do you